Ina miƙa saƙon gaisuwa gare ku masu sauraronmu. Sunana Ikechukwu Obiora. Ina tare da wani bayani mai matuƙar muhimmanci da fatan za ku saurare ni da kunnuwan basira cewar shin gudanar da zaɓe halattacce na gaskiya da adalci a Najeriya shine yayi sanadiyar tsantsar talauci da rashin ci gaba a ƙasar nan a yau. Da a ce jagororin al'ummar ƙasar na tafikar da harkokin zaɓe cikin gaskiya da adalci tun 1960 da Najeriya ta samo 'yancin kanta zuwa yau 2025 da ƙasar ta zama ta farko a ci gaba a faɗin duniya ta kowanne ɓangare. Domin kuwa inda ƙasar ta samo 'yanci daga hannun turawan mulkin mallaka kashi 90 na zaɓukan da ake yi tun daga zaɓen wakilai zuwa na shugaban ƙasa, majalisar dokoki ta ƙasa, gwamnonin jihohi, 'yan majalisun jihohi da shugabannin ƙananan hukumomi. Ba zaɓe na gaskiya ake yi, zaɓe ne na murɗiya, danniya da maguɗi gaba ɗaya. Za a iya cewa 'yan Najeriya ba sa zaɓar ainihin shugabannin da suke ƙauna, sannan ana mulkar su ba da amincewarsu ba, wato ba da jagororin da suka zaɓo suka ɗora a kan kujerun mulki ba. Babu shakka rashin samun ingantaccen zaɓe shi yasa ake yi wa demokaradiyyarmu kallon bi'ahu a wannan lokacin. Yanzu a ƙasar nan wani abu mai sauƙi amma abin takaici shine yadda ake fashi da maguɗin zaɓe da yadda masu ruwa da tsaki a sha'anin zaɓe ke naɗa hukumomin zaɓe da jami'an hukumomin, inda su kansu jama'iyyunsu ko 'yan takarkarinsu ke tsayawa takara a wannan zaɓe wanda ya zama kamar mutum ne da alƙalanci kansa a fagen shari'a. Na san yana da muhimmanci a yi amfani da na'urorin tantance zaɓe da na haɗa sakamakon zaɓe wato BVAS da IREC, wanda hukumar zaɓe mai zaman kanta ta ƙasa INEC ya zama dole a yi amfani da su a zaɓen Najeriya. Wannan tsarin ba zai magance matsalar maguɗin zaɓe ba in har hukumomin zaɓe ba su kasance masu gaskiya da ƙin marawa wani ɓangare baya ya yi maguɗi ba. Waɗanda ke tsara maguɗi da ba da umarnin yinsa yawanci shugabannin hukumomin zaɓe ne wanda ke aiki da haɗin kanmu 'yan siyasa da son zuciya domin cin ribar 'yan siyasa ko jama'iyyun da hukumomin zaɓe ke marawa baya, waɗanda ke yin duk mai yiwuwa su murɗe zaɓe ga masu gidansu. Jami'an hukumomin na yin iyaka ƙoƙarinsu na mai da hannun agogo baya ga wanda ba sa so. Maganar gaskiya ita ce duk da amfani da na'urorin zaɓe za a iya bijiro da hanyoyin maguɗi a samu nasara, musamman ta hanyar birkita yanar gizo da ɗauke wutar lantarki domin a cimma burin haka. Sannan da gangan za a iya ƙin fitar da sakamakon zaɓe ko jinkirta fidda shi da sauran hanyoyin maguɗin zaɓe. Duk wannan na nuna gazawar na'urorin zaɓe cewa ba lalle ne su iya magance maguɗin zaɓe ba har shugabannin hukumomin zaɓe ba su da gaskiya. Kuma kamar yadda ake zargi, hukumomin zaɓen Najeriya ba sa aikin zaɓe na gaskiya, suna yi wa waɗanda suka saka su aiki maguɗi su ci zaɓe ne kawai. Saboda haka hanyar tabbatar da gaskiya da adalci a zahiri a zaɓe kaɗai ita ce a samar da yanayin da za a naɗa malaman zaɓe su zama masu cin gashin kansu, ba ruwansu da duk wani ɗan siyasa, musamman shugaban ƙasa da gwamnoni. Haka kuma in dai ana so kuma halattaccen zaɓen da zai karɓu a ƙasa baki ɗaya a ƙarƙashin amintacciyar hukumar zaɓe, ita ce hanya ɗaya da za ta sa ƙasar nan da al'ummarta ta ɗaukaka kuma a fitar da jama'a daga ƙangin talauci. Sannan ta haka ne za a iya fidda albarkatun da Ubangiji ya yi wa Najeriya domin 'yan ƙasa su amfana ta hanyar ayyukan ci gaba da rage raɗaɗin talauci. Haka ne zai sa ka ji ƙasarmu a cikin manyan ƙasashen da suka ci gaba a duniya. Gaskiya ina mai miƙa shawarata akan a yi wata sabuwar hukumar zaɓe mai cin gashin kanta wadda za a ba ta cikakken 'yancin gudanar da zaɓe a dukkan saƙo da lungu, tun daga matakin tarayya, jihohi da ƙananan hukumomi, kuma a tabbatar da cewa kwamishinonin zaɓen an ɗauko su ne daga ƙungiyoyin ma'aikata aƙalla 6, a karɓe su daga Majalisar Ɗinkin Duniya, kuma kwamishina guda ɗaya a ɗauko ɗauko daga hukumar sa ido ta duniya a samu jimillar kwamishinoni guda 13. Sabuwar hukumar zaɓe mai zaman kanta ya kyauta a ce tana da ƙarfin ikon ɗorawa da sauke duk wani ma'aikacin hukumar har ma da shugabanta. Zaɓen kwamishinonin hukumar zaɓe zai zamo kamar daga ƙungiyar ma'aikata kamar haka. Ƙungiyar malaman kwalejojin fasaha wato polytechnic su zaɓi kwamishina da zai wakilci yankin arewa ta tsakiya. Sannan ƙungiyar malaman jami'o'in Najeriya su zaɓi kwamishina daga yankin arewa maso gabas. Hukumar akantocin Najeriya wato ICAN su zaɓi ɗaya daga cikinsu ya wakilci arewa maso yamma. Sai kuma ƙungiyar lauyoyin Najeriya su zaɓi wakilin da zai wakilci kudu maso gabas. Ƙungiyar likitocin Najeriya su zaɓi wanda zai wakilci kudu maso kudu. Sai kuma ƙungiyar 'yan jaridu ta ƙasa ta zaɓi wanda zai wakilci yankin kudu maso yammacin Najeriya. 'Yan siyasa da sauran mutanen da suka riƙe mukamai a Najeriya ba za a yarda a zaɓe su a kowanne irin mukami ba a sabuwar hukumar ta zaɓe. Majalisar Ɗinkin Duniya da Ƙungiyar Tabbatar da Adalci ta Duniya ba su cancanci su naɗa kowa ba a kowanne irin matsayi matuƙar ɗan Najeriya ne a wannan sabuwar hukumar zaɓe. Aikin shugaban ƙasar ne ya karɓi sunayen mutanen da aka gabatar masa tare da takardunsu na ƙwarewar aiki domin aikawa zauren majalisar dattijai da kuma majalisar wakilai ta ƙasa domin tantancewa. Babu wani ko wasu da za a gabatar da za a yadda a yi watsi da shi ko kuma a tsige shi sai an samu tattaunawa da samun daidaito na aƙalla 2/3 na majalisar dattijai ta ƙasa da kuma majalisar wakilan Najeriya, kuma kowanne wakili ya yi zaɓen cikin sirri kuma a nuna wa duniya yadda ake yin zaɓen ta kafofin watsa labarai na zamani kuma a tabbatar an hana zaɓe ta hanyar amon murya. Sannan wa'adin mulkin kwamishina a ofis kar ya wuce shekara 4. Ya zama dole a fayyace cewar kafa sabuwar hukumar zaɓe mai zaman kanta ta ƙasa ba zai zamanto wani yunƙuri na ƙwace mulki daga hannun jiha ba, tunda za a karɓe ikon naɗa hukumomin zaɓe daga hannun gwamnoni da shugaban ƙasa a bar shi a tsaka-tsaki, wanda hakan zai ƙarfafa ƙudurin fidda Najeriya daga talauci. Ina so na sanar cewa tun daga nan Majalisar Ɗinkin Duniya da Hukumar Tabbatar da Adalci ta Duniya ba za su saba wa 'yancin ƙasa saboda zaɓen da za su yi ba. Ba za a yi shi da ƙarfin tuwo kowanne iri ba, sai dai Najeriya a matsayinta na cikakkiyar ƙasa ce za ta buƙaci a yi zaɓukan wanda za ta shiga yarjejeniya da Majalisar Ɗinkin Duniya da Hukumar Tabbatar da Adalci ta Duniya su cimma manufar. Kuma Majalisar Ɗinkin Duniya da Hukumar Tabbatar da Adalci ta Duniya za su buƙaci Najeriya kamar sauran hukumomin da suka ci gaba sun ɗauki sata ko maguɗin zaɓe a matsayin abu mafi muni, kuma rashawa da tafi kowace ƙazanta. Kuma ganin Majalisar Ɗinkin Duniya ta ƙirƙiro hukumomin yaƙi da rashawa a ƙasashe da dama kamar su Guatemala da El Salvador. Majalisar Ɗinkin Duniya za ta ji daɗin shiga lamari irin wannan a Najeriya. Ba da daɗewa ba, shugaban ƙasar Honduras Xiomara Castro ya aika wasiƙa ga Majalisar Ɗinkin Duniya ya buƙace ta da ta ƙirƙiro wa Honduras hukumar yaƙi da rashawa da ɓarnar dukiya a ƙasar, inda suka sanya hannu a takardar yarjejeniyar fahimtar juna dangane da lamarin. Tabbas Majalisar Ɗinkin Duniya na da ƙwararru, shahararrun ma'aikata da tsarin tafikar da aikin gwamnati fiye da kowa a duk faɗin duniya, wanda ake zaɓa daga Afirka, Gabas ta Tsakiya, Asiya, Turai, Amurka da ƙasashen tsibirin kudancin nahiyar Amurka wato Caribbean Nations da sauransu. Hakika na gabatar da ƙudurin garan bawul ga kundin tsarin mulkin ƙasa dangane da samar da sabuwar hukumar zaɓe mai zaman kanta ta ƙasa wato INEC, wanda nan gaba kaɗan za a sanarwa da jama'a, sannan na miƙa shi ga Majalisar Tarayya ta ƙasa domin dubawa. A ƙarshe bari na ja hankalinmu gaba ɗaya. Mu tuna a kodayaushe cewar da dadewa mafi rinjaye daga cikin mutanenmu na rayuwa cikin matsananciyar yunwa, jahilci, cututtuka, ungoyin marasa galihu, rashin tsaro da aikin yi, duk a sanadiyar rashin wadatacciyar gwamnati, rashin halattacciyar gwamnati da aka samar daga magudin zaɓe da jan ragamar gwamnati ba tare da amincewar jama'a ba. Saboda haka ya kamata mu haɗa ƙarfi da ƙarfe, mu yaƙi wannan annoba da masun da ke hannunmu kamar su gaskiya, adalci, ingantacce kuma halattaccen zaɓe domin samun nasara ta bai ɗaya, domin mu ɗaga hannuwanmu cikin izza da ci gaba mai ɗorewa. Ubangiji ya albarkaci Najeriya. Sunana Ikechukwu Obiora, naku.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good evening, viewers. You're watching news at 9 p.m. on Psalm TV. I'm Bridget James. This broadcast is coming to you live from Jalingo. This is the Pulse of the Nation. We bring only the stories that matter. Stay with us on Facebook at Psalm TV and on YouTube at Psalm TV Live. Here are tonight's major headlines. Kefas delays defection to APC events in Jalingo and prioritizing national tragedy over politics. PDP factions clash at Abuja NEC meeting as the Magun-led faction suspend Turaki and 2 PDP governors. Nigeria hosts Lake Chad Basin Security Summit as Governor Zulum of Borno urges offensive on terrorist hideouts. On international news, Japan warns citizens in China amidst Taiwan tensions as Military Intelligence Section 5 alerts UK lawmakers on Chinese espionage attempts. And on business news, Impact Investors Foundation appoints 3 new trustees to strengthen Nigerians' impact investing ecosystem. Entertainment news. London Mayor Sadiq Khan praises London boss Ansi for TikTok video of the year. And in sport news, Carlos Alcaraz withdraws from Davis Cup Finals 8 with injury. And now the news in full. Report reaching us now says the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ATSU, has announced a fresh nationwide strike starting November 21st, 2025, citing the federal government's failure to meet long-standing demands. Despite earlier negotiations and the release of 2.3 billion naira in arrears, ASU says government delays and inadequate offers have forced action. The union urges traditional leaders, civil society, students, and parents to praise the government for a timely resolution to avert prolonged university shutdowns. Armed men have killed a teacher and abducted at least 25 students in an attack on a girls' secondary school in northwestern Nigeria. Police says the gang invaded the government girls' comprehensive secondary school in Maga, Kebbi State at around 4 p.m. local time on Monday. They said,
Sunana Amina Hassan, shi malami ne na makaranta. Ni ce matan Malam Hassan. Abin da ya faru muna kwance da daddare shiyoyin karfe 3:30. Sai na ji moci sama gehen window da muke kwance. Sai nike ce mishi ya tashi. Awaki suna muna banna. Ko da na duba yana bacci. in motsa haka in ce mishi ya tashi, sai na ji an buɗe kofa da ƙarfi ana shigowa. Ni ce ka tashi fa ga awaki nan sun buɗe gida. Yana tashi sai ga barayi da bindigoginsu sun buɗe gambu da ƙarfi sun shigo. Suna shigowa sun kika bindiga za su halbe shi. Ya ce ka ku halbe ni ku bari in tashi. Yana tashi ya yi kabbara, Allahu akbar, Allahu akbar, la ilaha illallah Muhammadu Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ya ce mini kada ki yi kuka, ki yi ta kabbara, ki yi ta kabbara. Mun ka yi ta kabbara da ni da shi, sun ka ja bindiga sun ka halbe shi. Suna halbin shi ya hwaɗi, na juyo zan taɓa shi, sun ka gyara bindiga sun ka ce da na taɓa shi ni ma za su halbe ni. Sun ka jawo min hannu mun ka hito waje in goya yaro mu je, har da bugun shi sun kai, sun kamari yaro ya yi ta kuka. In goya shi mu je, na ce ba zan tafi ba, kun kashe babansu sannan za ku ce mu je. Ina za ni bayan kun kashe babansu? Babu inda zan tafi tunda kun kashe babansu. Sun ka jawo min hannu mun ka hito. Na ce musu ku sake ni ba zan tafi ba tunda kun kashe babansu, ga yara nan kuka ce su shiga ɗaki su kwanta. Muna cikin haka nan da su sai ga bebi ta hito. Tana hitowa ta ce mini mama mine ne? Sannan sun ka banni sun ka koma wurinta. Sun kamare ta sun ka ce ta shiga ɗaki ta ba su kuɗi. Ta ce ba mu da kuɗi, mu talakawa ne. Sun kai ta damunta ta ba su kuɗi, suka ce tunda ba su da kuɗi ta wuto su je. Na ce kada ku ɗauke ta. Sun ka ja ta sun ka hito. Bayan sun hito na buɗe kofar baya na hita. Ko da na hita na yi tahiya na duba gehen katanga, su ne zagaye gehen katangan nan. Na zo zan taka da ni in hita. Sun ka gyara bindiga, ina yin haka na gane su na juyo baya. Na dawo ta gehen gidan ga guda. Na zo zan taka da ni in hita, sun ka gyara bindiga, na juyo na dawo cikin gida. Daga ni sai ɗaure gaba ban da ɗan kwali ban da takalma na hito. Ko da na hito sun jawo ta sun yi shiyoyin gada ita. Ina kiranta sun ja ta zuwa hostel. Na hito ina kuka na koma cikin gida na ce ma sauran ku ɓoye. Ni zan hita. Suka ce mama kada ki hita, in kika hita za su kashe ki domin suna nan ga mocinsu nan ina ji. Na ce ku yi hankuri in hita. Kada su dawo su isko ni tunda suna kiran mu je su dawo su kama ni. Ko da duka gida sun zagaye shi da window da ko ina duk sun zagaye, duk inda ka duba su ne suke ta motsi da bindigoginsu. Sun ka kashe shi. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi.
To ita diyar taki tana cikin waɗanda aka yi gaba da su.
Da sun ka ɗauke ta sun ka je hostel da ita. Sun ka je sun ka buɗe hostel sun ka shiga. Sai suka ce ke ki kwanta mu halbe ki. Sai ta ce in kwanta ku halbe ni, sun ka ce. Sai ta ce to ku bari in yi hitsari. Garin haka sun ka buɗe sun ga wayancan ta yo hitsari. Daga nan sai ta sheka ta yi ta shiga cikin daji har ta zagayo ta iso shiyoyin.
Cikin wayannan mutanen da suka zo, kina iya dan kwatantawa shin baki ne ko akwai waɗanda yake yan gari?
Gaskiya ban san su ba, amma dai wayannan yara ne, ƙananan yara ne, kuma dada ke gare su. Kuma na fita cikin daren nan ina ta haɗuwa da su, don ina haɗuwa da su ina ce musu su wane ne. A lokacin bayan sun kashe shi sun wuce, na gudu na je gidan makwabta. Na haɗe da su na ce su wane ne, da kakinsu suke.
Kakinsu na soja ne ko irin na 'yan sanda ne?
Kakinsu na soja ne.
Yanzu in mutum ya magana kina iya sanin kila bafin latini ne?
Bafin lati ne.
Fulani ne?
Fulani ne.
Fulani ne.
Fulani ne.
So kamar su kina iya ba da kiyasin yawan su da ke da gari?
To wayanda sun ka shigo gida su uku ne. Akwai mutum biyu da na gani rabin windon da nake kwanci, amma wayancan da suke rabin katanga duhun su dai na yi ta gani, ba zan iya kiyasi ko mutum nawa
Akan
bane,
babura suke
amma kasa suke.
Lokacin babu suke wuce gaba da makarantar.
Ko dai akwai shi ga wannan.
The Taraba State Governor, Dr. Agbo Kefers, has postponed his planned defection to the All Progressive Congress, citing the recent kidnapping of schoolgirls in Kebbi State, describing the incident as a national tragedy. He says political activities must give way to solidarity and concern for the victims. KEFAS urged security agencies to intensify rescue efforts and called on Nigerians to remain united, prayerful, and vigilant. A new date for his political movement will be announced later.
Dear people of Taraba State, fellow Nigerians, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, in the light of the deeply troubling incident of the kidnapping of innocent schoolgirls in Kebbi State, I have taken the solemn decision to postpone my scheduled declaration and movement to the All Progressive Congress. At a moment when our nation is once again confronted with the painful reality of insecurity, solidarity and compassion must rise above politics. The safety of our children, the most vulnerable and precious members of our society, is far more important than any political activities or ceremony. Today, my heart is with the families of the abducted children, with the government of the people of Kebbi State, and with every Nigerian who feels weight of this tragic incident, especially the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, as a father, as a leader, and as a governor whose administration has prioritized security, education, and the protection of the vulnerable, I believe it is morally right and nationally responsible to suspend all major political events until the situation receives the urgent attention it deserves. This is not a time for celebration. It is a time for reflection, a time for prayers, and a time for unity and collective action. I call on all security agencies, which I know they have the capacity to rescue these children, to intensify effort to ensure the safe return of the girls. I also call on Nigerians to remain calm, vigilant, prayerful, and united in this difficult moment. A new date for my movement will be communicated after due consultations and when it is appropriate to do so. May God protect our daughters. May God heal our land. Amen. May God restore peace to every part of Nigeria. Amen. Thank you and God bless you. Amen.
Meanwhile, the former chairman of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Alhaji Abubakar Bawa, who just resigned from the party, has officially joined the All Progressive Congress, APC. He met the announcement at a press briefing today in Jalingo, Taraba State.
And have decided to align with our leader, His Excellency Dr. Abu Kefas. It is therefore my pleasure to inform you and the general public that I and my teaming supporters are now members of All Progressive Congress APC. I wish at this point thank you members of the press for your support for me and my political journey. Thank you and God bless you all.
Families in Adamawa State joined hundreds of others across the world on Tuesday as the International Committee of the Red Cross opened its 14th International Conference for Families of Missing Persons, a global virtual gathering uniting 900 families from 50 countries in a renewed call for justice, accountability, and answers for more than 284,000 people still missing worldwide. Some TV correspondents complete the report.
At the Mubi Hub Center, the head of sub-delegation ICRC Mubi, Francisca Pixon, described the event as one of the most impactful initiatives of the organization. She noted that Nigeria remained the country with the highest number of missing persons in Africa, with 24,000 cases recorded in the ICRC register.
I think this is one of the most amazing projects we have in ICRC. I've seen this in several countries, And I have to say that in Nigeria is actually one of the best contexts. Also, Nigeria has the highest caseload of missing persons in Africa, over 24,000 cases. So it's something that it's really key to address and important for the families, because when you don't know what happened to your family member, it stays with you.
She expressed concern over the global disregard for international humanitarian law governing conflict situations, identifying such violation as a major contributor to forced disappearances. Also speaking, Precious Binta Yero, an ICRC Protection Field Officer, said the conference was designed to strengthen the morale of families and reassures them that they are not alone in their search. She revealed that the participants have now formed an association of family missing persons, which will soon be registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission (CAC) to give them legal backing for advocacy and support activities.
This conference is an opportunity to bring together families from different contexts, different circumstances of separation, in one place where they share the ideas. They get to see other people in other countries and get to know that they are not alone, that are facing this situation of disappearance.
Rejoice Enoch Parker and Yahaya Hamidu, who have been searching for their 25 years and 35-year-old missing family members, said the conference opened their eyes to scale of global disappearances. They noted that hearing stories from families in 50 countries have given them a renewed courage and a sense of solidarity.
Yes, ICRC have been putting more effort to see that they are trying their possible best to meet with family of the missing, so that it's a way of comfort. It's a way that you will erase your pains, because you know that this is your problem that you are facing, you are not alone.
Before, I'm very sad because I didn't think that. I thought that I'm the only person that have a missing person. It is only that when we came together that I learned that we are many. As I come for this conference, I discovered that it's about 50 countries that attended this conference. So when I saw that, I heard what they have been telling us about their own problem, I see that my own is much far better.
The families jointly appealed to global media, civil society groups, human rights organizations, and the government to amplify their voices and contribute to the creating search mechanisms, legal frameworks, and public awareness. It was observed that emotional intensity and unity were defined at the global gathering, as families, despite their pains, expressed profound appreciation to ICRC for giving them a platform of hope. Ojoma Yusuf, Som TV News, Yola.
Chaos broke out at the PDP National Secretariat in Abuja when rival functions clashed during the NEC meeting convened by suspended National Secretary, Senator Samuel Anyanwu. Supporters of the Anyanwu group and the Damagun-led leadership confronted each other at the entrance, forcing police to fire tear gas to disperse the crowd. Several people were injured and properties was damaged before security operatives restored order. Governor Bala Mohammed and Sheyi Makinde were at the secretariat when the confrontation occurred. Hours later, reports indicate that the newly emerged national chairman, Tanimu Turaki, had assumed office and addressed both the press and his supporters.
Meeting today, 18th of November 2025. Next, received the report of the Acting Chairman Mohammed detailing breach of Articles 58(1) and 59(1). Including acting activity, disobedience to court orders, and court conduct bringing the party into dispute. Next, approved the expulsion of the following: 1. Adam Fosso, 2. Olabode George, 3. Berobi, 4. Kabiru Tamil Suraki, SN, 5. Bala Mohammed, 6. Oluseyi Makinde, 7. Dawuda Lawal. 8. Tafik Aragbaja. 9. Senator G. Koshode. 10. Okechukwu Bechina Daniel. 11. Woyikoro Daniel. 12. Mohammed Kadede Suleiman. 13. Emmanuel Ogidi. 14. Suleiman Adamu Boga. 15. Omar Sadi. 16. Odom Emmanuel. 17. Emmanuel Enedon. These people have been expelled from our party based on anti-party activities, disobedience of court judgments and order, and causing disaffection in the party. They also approved the ratification of South Congresses held in Calabar, and then also ratified the Cabinet Committee of Bayelsa. Also ratified the position of Honorable Chidebere Ebu as the acting National Vice Chairman of Southeast. And then NEC also talked about the dissolution of the following states, executives: Bauchi, Ebonyi, Oyo, that's all. Those states, Zamfara states, that's all, and Ekiti states. NEC approved the conduct of the outstanding congresses in Enugu, Ebonyi, Anambra, Delta, Bayelsa, and Taraba, and mandated full compliance with INEC guidelines, the Electoral Act, and the PDP Constitution. The NEC also ratified the position of Honorable Abdulrahman Mohammed as the acting national chairman of the party.
Your Excellencies, other distinguished leaders of PDP, I want to thank all of you for your resilience, for your courage, for your resoluteness in this struggle to take over our party, our property, and in doing so to save democracy. For the past 7 hours, Nigerians are living witnesses to the struggle we've been engaged in with those renegade members of our party that were expelled in our national convention in Ibadan. They came here with armed talks like we did predicted to disrupt our meetings. But God so kind, we were able to contain them effectively. Now we have driven them out of the secretariat, and as you can see, I have entered my office. I have assumed leadership as the elected national. So this struggle, no doubt, is a continuing one. Yes. We will continue, we will remain relentless, we should continue to fight. But I want to call on the President. If there's anybody that wants peace in any given society, it should be the leadership. The President should call his minister to order. The kind of conduct that the Minister of the FCT had gotten himself engaged in this morning, leading to this afternoon, is unbecoming. How can a serving minister lead talks to come and disrupt a legally arranged meeting? A meeting in respect of more notices have been given to the police and other security agencies. If we had not exercised restraint, if we had not controlled our members and our leaders, there would have been bloodshed here. We would have been tear gassed, and I think more than 50 canisters of tear gas had been shot at us. But we remain relentless. I will continue to remain relentless. So I call on all members of PDP all over this country to know that this is what is happening. And should this continue, I will not hesitate to call all members of PDP in Nigeria to assemble here. If they are going to kill us, let them kill. So I want to call once again on the international community. You've seen what is happening. You've seen what is happening. You've seen the attempts that is now openly being made to destroy and stifle democracy. We will defend democracy. We shall continue to act as the vanguards of democracy. And like I've said, we are prepared to lay down our lives for the purpose of watering and nurturing this nascent democracy that our forefathers had fought arduously to give us. I will therefore want to commend the resilience of our members. I want to thank our leaders for refusing to be provoked in spite of the high amount of provocation. This shows that we in PDP were peace-loving people and will continue to be peace-loving and law-abiding. But that does not mean that if we've seen that people are going to touch us, are going to touch our integrity, are going to touch our lives, that we will not hesitate to take advantage of the constitutional right that we have.
In a related development, Senator Samuel Anyanwu, on behalf of the Magun Lake faction, has issued a statement announcing the suspension of Turaki Tanimu and other key members of the opposing camp, including Governors Bala Mohammed, Sheyi Makinde, and Dauda Lawal, citing alleged violation of party procedures amidst the escalating PDP leadership crisis.
Meeting today, 18th of November 2025. Next, received the report of the Acting Chairman Mohammed detailing breach of Articles 58, 1 and 59, 1. Including anti-party activities, disobedience to court orders, and court conduct bringing the party into disrepute. Next, approved the expulsion of the following: 1. Adolfo Fawaz. 2. Olabode George. 3. Ben Obi. 4. Kabiru Tamil Suraki SAN. 5. Bala Mohammed. 6. Oluseyi Makinde. 7. Dauda Lawal. 8. Tafiq Aragbaja. 9. Seto G. Koshode. 10. Okechukwu Bechina Daniel. 11. Wayikoro Daniel. 12. Mohammed Kadede Suleiman. 13. Emmanuel Ogidi. 14. Suleiman Adamu Boga. 15. Omar Sadi. 16. Odom Emmanuel. 17. Emmanuel Enedon. These people have been expelled from our party based on anti-party activities, disobedience of court judgments and order, and causing disaffection in the party. They also approved the ratification of South Congresses held in Calabar, and then also ratified the Cabinet Committee of Bayelsa. Also ratified the position of Honorable Chinebule Ebu as the acting national vice chairman of Southeast. And then NEC also talked about the dissolution of the following states, executives: Bauchi, Ebonyi, Oyo, that's all. Those states, Zamfara State, that's all, and Ekiti State. NEC approved the conduct of the outstanding congresses in Enugu, Ebonyi, Anambra, Delta, Bayelsa, and Taraba, and mandated full compliance with INEC guidelines, the Electoral Act, and the PDP Constitution. The NEC also ratified the position of Honorable Abraham Mohammed as the acting national chairman of the party. The NEC acknowledges the anxieties among members, but assures the party faithful that these decisions are aimed at stabilizing and strengthening the PDP. The NEC affirms the era of indiscipline is over. The PDP will not bow to lawlessness or personal ambition. With unity, discipline, and renewed purpose, the PDP will be built stronger and restore public confidence ahead of the next electoral cycle. This is signed. No, the deputies. The NEC also ratified that the deputies of the parties should assume the active position as subversive members of the National Unity Committee.
Nigeria convened regional leaders in Abuja to enhance coordination against violent extremism in the Lake Chad Basin. The three-day workshop organized by the NCTC and AUT-CTC focused on root causes, including poverty, marginalization, and political grievances. Policymakers and security experts discussed preventive framework, intelligence sharing, and rehabilitation programs. The meeting underscores Nigeria's leadership in counter-terrorism and its commitment to a collaborative, preventive-driven regional security architecture. Borno State Governor Babagana Zulum urged the Nigerian Armed Forces to launch an aggressive offensive against terrorist hideouts in Tumbu's Madara Hills and Sambisa Game Reserve. In a meeting with Air Chief Marshal Sunday Aneke, he called for UAV deployment and a joint Navy-Air Force Army operation. Aneke assured enhanced operational readiness, improved intelligence integration, and stronger air power support to secure Borno and restore lasting peace. The Northern Elders Progressive Group emphasized that sustained military action is essential to eliminating banditry in Zamfara State, noting limited success from post-dialogue efforts. Coordinator Alhaji Yusuf Abubakar praised Defense Minister Bello Matawale for supporting military campaign that dismantled bandits' enclaves. He urged President Tinubu to allocate more resources to ongoing operations, stressing that persistent action is needed to protect communities and stabilize the Northwest. The Senate has urged President Bola Tinubu to approve the recruitment of 100,000 additional military personnel to combat insurgency, banditry, and school attack. Lawmakers also called for a probe into Safe School Program funds following the KB attack on Government Girls Secondary School, which left a vice principal dead and 25 students abducted. Senate President Godswill Akpabio backed the proposal, stressing the need for strengthened security, technological support, and non-politicization of insecurity. Troops of the 232 Battalion Tactical under Sector 4 of Operation Hadinkai arrested a major drug supplier to Boko Haram, Zubairu Mohammed, in Uba, Adamawa State. Recovered items included 14 blocks of cannabis valued at over 1 million naira, methamphetamines worth over 3 million naira, and 2 army camouflage shirts, and the materials will be handed over to the NDLEA. Military authorities that praised the troops and also urged sustained operation. The Nigerian Customs Service, Tin Can Island Port Command, seized illicit drugs valued at over 2.5 billion naira during routine checks. Controller Frank Onyeka said the interception included 500 grams of methamphetamine worth 7.5 million naira and 105.5 kilograms of ecstasy valued at 2.5 billion naira. The operation was conducted in collaboration with NDLEA, DSS, and the police, demonstrating strengthened interagency effort against narcotics trafficking. The European Union and Search for Common Groups have launched the hostile reality show tagged Borg, a youth-focused initiative targeting insecurity in Nigeria's northwest, running across Katsina, Zamfara, and Sokoto for 24 months. The program aimed to equip young people with entrepreneurship skill, mentorship, and peace-building activities. EU Ambassador Gelta Megnon and also Francis Dakonda of Search for Common Ground and also emphasized that empowering youth through economic inclusion and leadership can reduce violence and foster resilient, safer communities. ECOWAS warned that democratic failure in Nigeria could trigger a wider collapse of governance across West Africa. At the launch of the Regional Partnership for Democracy in Abuja, Commission President Omar Toure, represented by Commissioner Abdel Fattah Musa, highlighted threats from weak institutions, disinformation, corruption, and tenure manipulation. The initiative, backed by Nigerian and UNDP, seeks to strengthen electoral system, promote youth engagement, and encounter misinformation, positioning Nigeria as a model for regional democratic resilience. Across Rivers State, Governor Basi Otu has dissolved the Local Government Service Commission Board after confirming employment racketeering in its recruitment exercise. He described the misconduct as a betrayal of public trust, suspended the training process, and promised a transparent, merit-based replacement. Otu reaffirmed zero tolerance for corruption and warned that officials who violate due process will face strict sanction. Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke announced a collaboration with federal agencies to expand global export opportunities for locally made products during the 2025 Osun Trade Fair. Working with NEPC and IPC, the initiative will strengthen industrial cluster, boost agro-processing, and enhance value addition. Featured products include cocoa, honey, gari, adire, and craft. Adeleke emphasized strong branding and public-private partnership to positioning Osun as a leading export hub. Ondo State Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa presented a 492.8 billion naira 2026 budget to the State Assembly, ending tension after 12 lawmakers attempted to impeach Speaker Olamide Oladiji. Thanked the budget of economic consolidation. It allocated 167.5 billion naira for recurrent expenditure and 281.9 billion naira for capital projects. Ayedatiwa said the proposal shifts the state from recovery to sustained growth, and also Oladiji pledged thorough legislative scrutiny. The North Central Development Commission unveiled a broad development agenda targeting poverty reduction and improved livelihood across Benue, Kogi, Kwara, Nasarawa, Niger, Plateau, and the FCT. Chairman Cosmas Akigir highlighted priorities such as women and youth empowerment, infrastructure, food security, and regional stability. The Commission plans targeted interventions, strategic partnerships, and resource optimization to stimulate economic growth and create sustainable employment. Food prices have fallen sharply across Ogun, Oyo, and Kwara State, giving relief to consumers. Surveys shows noticeable decreases in rice, beans, gari, groundnut, oil, yam, tomatoes, onion, and pepper. Experts attribute the drop to seasonal harvest, border reopening, and a stronger naira. Economists urge sustained investment in storage, rural security, and off-season farming. Consumers welcome the relief but warn that purchasing power concern persists. Kwara State distributed 2,500 life jackets to Moro, Keam, Patigi, Edu, and Berado local government, reinforcing a strict no life jacket, no entry. Water transport policy Governor Abdurrahman Abdurrazak said waterway safety is essential for local development. Demonstrations and safety inspections accompanied the distributions. The initiative aimed to reduce recurrent boat accidents, recalling the 2023 Patigi tragedy that killed over 100 residents. First Lady Oluremi Tinubu called for collective action to protect children exploitation during an event in Abuja, marking the World Day for Prevention and Healing of Child Sexual Abuse. She urged evidence-based policies, parental vigilance, and collaboration among government, civil society, and religious bodies. Tinubu stressed that safeguarding children requires practical data-driven action and robust support system for victims. The Access to Basic Medical Care Foundation warned that multiple sexual partners significantly increase cervical cancer risks, noting human papillomavirus account for over 95% of cases. At a sensitization event in Ibadan, Dr. Anjola Oluwadomilara urged HPV vaccination for girls aged 9 to 14 and regular screening for sexual active women. Additional risk factor includes early sexual activity, smoking, and limited testing. The foundation emphasized prevention through awareness and timely treatment. The Imo House of Assembly has called on the state government to direct the Commissioner for Works to grade roads and construct adequate drainage in New Owerri to prevent flooding. Lawmakers also urged the construction of standard roads with street lights to improve safety and aesthetic, and also the motions raised by Clinton Amadi highlighted dilapidated roads, erosions, lack of electricity, and insecurity in areas including Imo housing and the World Bank estate. The Speaker directed that the resolutions be forwarded to the Governor and relevant ministries for action. Pensioners of the defunct Nitel Mtel staged a protest on Tuesday at the Federal Ministry of Finance in Abuja, demanding the payment of 35 months of unpaid pension arrears and inclusion in the recent 32,000 naira pension increase. Coordinator OK Ifekpo highlighted that, unlike other defunct agencies under the Defined Benefit Scheme, Nitel retirees have yet to receive full entitlement. The protesters also called for settlement of past pension adjustments, palliative payments, verified death benefits, and updated payroll for unpaid pensioners since 2018, urging government agencies to coordinate for prompt resolution. Senate President Godswill Akpabio mourned the death of veteran journalist and Newswatch co-founder Chief Dan Agbese, age 81. He described the media icon as a pillar of Nigerian journalism whose commitment to truth, integrity, and investigative reporting shaped national discourse. Agbese, known for setting professional standards and authoring influential columns, is survived by his wife, 6 children, and 7 grandchildren. And now let's take a quick word from our sponsor. Stay tuned, we'll be right back with more exciting updates on Super Media Television. Please don't go away.
When a tanker bearing fuel falls or an underground pipe bearing fuel bursts, what do? Scooping fuel in your bucket or running far away from impending fire? You have a few seconds to take the wisest decision. Walk away? No, that is not enough. Shift? No, that is not enough. Stay there and gist and take shots with your phone? That is madness. Run. Yes, run away. Yes, your life depends on your action. The flames come suddenly, unexpected but uncontrollable. Why? Fuel is highly inflammable. Why? It just requires a spark to set off a ravaging inferno. So, don't stay there to think. Storm away to live. Do not throw away your life in anguish for meaningless fuel siphoning. Be advised.
I fit fund my wallet sharp, send money go any bank, do all my transactions inside. We launched SuperGo yesterday in Yola. Now available in Taraba and Adamawa, and we're covering 36 states before 2026. Download SuperGo today, Nigeria's first lifestyle app. SuperGo. Move, buy, pay, live.
Every day begins with a need to move with purpose, to shop without stress, to send without fear, to pay without delay. For every rider chasing time, for every home that needs restocking, for every voice that needs connection, for every dream that needs delivery. Now, one app brings it all together.
Supercab, move smart, ride safe, supermarket, groceries, gadgets, everything. Supercash, airtime, bills, transfers, done. Super logistics, fast, secure, right to your door.
It's more than an app. It's your movement, your market, your money, your connection, all in one place. Supergo, one app for services endless. Download Supergo today. Live free, live fast, live smart.
No time to shop, no stress. With Supergo, your groceries comes to you. We partner with trusted vendors, verified stores, no delay, no excuses, just values. Supergo Supermarket, your market now in your hands. With Supergo, your ride is comfortable, easy, and convenient.
Supergo is more than an app. It's a movement. Moving people, powering threats, delivering value.
Welcome back. We're glad you're still here with us. On the international news, the U.S. Congress will hold a public hearing on November 20th to review President Trump's redesignation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern over alleged Christian persecution. The move could trigger sanction and aid restrictions. Senior U.S. officials, Nigerian religious leaders, and right advocates are expected to testify, while Trump warned of possible intervention. President Tinubu rejected the claim as inaccurate. The Vatican and several U.S. lawmakers have also voiced concern over rising violence. Japan has urged its citizens in China to avoid large gatherings and stay alert as tensions rise over Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi remarks suggesting Tokyo could intervene in a Taiwan conflict. China reacted sharply, summoning Japan's ambassador and warning its citizens against traveling to Japan, triggering a market slump. Diplomatic efforts are underway as Japanese officials arrive in Beijing to ease the dispute, which has also drawn public outrage over inflammatory online comments. Britain's MI15 has issued a fresh warning to UK lawmakers about increased attempt by Chinese state agents to gather sensitive information and influence political activities. According to a concerned alert circulated by Common Speaker Lindsay Hoyle and his Lord's counterpart, China's Ministry of State Security is actively approaching individuals through LinkedIn recruitment agents and professional network to build long-term intelligence relationship. The alerts identify 2 individuals reaching out at scale on Beijing's behalf. The notice follows the collapse of a recent spying trial due to insufficient evidence that China posed a national security threat. On Business News, the Impact Investor Foundation has appointed 3 new members to its board of trustees to strengthen Nigeria's impact investing ecosystem. The appointees are Adeswa Okumbo Root, Arua Capital Management, Dr. Gottman, Lapo Group, and Adewale Ajayi, KPMG Africa. Their expertise in gender-lens investing, microfinance, and corporate governance will guide IIF in advancing inclusive, sustainable development and expanding access to opportunities for undeserved communities across Nigeria. Entertainment news. London Mayor Sadiq Khan congratulated Nigerian TikTok creator Bemi Orogoju, popularly known as London Boss Auntie, for winning Video of the Year at the 2025 TikTok UK Awards. He praised her passion for London's red bosses and her broad public appeal. Her video has nearly 50 million views. Orojogbun urged followers to pursue their passion regardless of age. She has partnered with global brands and grown into a prominent influencer. And in sport news, Spain world #1 tennis player Carlos would miss the Davis Cup Final 8 in Italy due to a right hamstring injury. The 22-year-old six-time Grand Slam winner expressed disappointment, noting his eagerness to compete for Spain. His withdrawal follows a loss to Jannik Sinner at the ATP Finals. Italy Lorenzo Musetti has also pulled out, leaving Austria, France, Belgium, the Czech Republic, Argentina, and Germany to contest the tournament in Bologna. And that concludes tonight's broadcast. In the broadcast, we brought reports that Kefas delays defection to APC events in Jalingo and prioritizing national tragedy over politics. PDP function clash at Abuja NEC meeting as the Magun-led function suspend Turaki and 2 PDP governors. Nigeria hosts Lake Chad Basin Security Summit as Governor Zulum of Borno urges offensive on terrorist hideout. On international news, we said Japan warns citizens in China amidst Taiwan tension as military intelligence Section 5 alert UK lawmakers on Chinese espionage attempts. And in business news, we brought that Impact Investor Foundation appoints 3 new trustees to strengthen Nigeria's impact investment ecosystem. Entertainment news. London Mayor Sadiq Khan praises London Boss Auntie for TikTok Video of the Year. And finally, in sport, Carlos Alcaraz withdraws from Davis Cup Finals 8 with injury. Thank you for staying with us. I remain Bridget James. Do have a wonderful evening. Goodbye.
Africa, a land of roots.